Well, we're in the middle of the beautiful Suffolk countryside. Look at these horses. And this is the church of St. Mary the Virgin. This is the village of Edwardstone. Look, and walk out here into the bright sunshine and look at this church. Got to go and have a look at it, but look at the setting. This is glorious. Absolutely glorious. Got the entrance to the church, which is surrounded by this metal fence. And here we are. The parish church of St. Mary the Virgin, Edwardstone. You are welcome here at all times. May you find peace and the influence of the Holy Spirit. That's nice. Come over here. There's a gravel path that starts where the gate is. The first thing we look at is this beautiful headstone here. This fabulous old cross look. Aged patina look. The setting is fabulous. To the right here we've got a lovely old lantern that's marking the entrance to the church. Unfortunately, of course, we've got a modern bulb inside here, an energy saver bulb, which kind of spoils the effect. But look at the church. Let's have a look up this gravel path. Got a house next door. Mixture of headstones here. Crosses, that's lovely. Some falling over here, look. Some areas there that have been fenced off, left to nature. Rose bush there. This area here is half flint, half rendering. Oh, look under this tree here. All the grass has been cut. Left with all these headstones that just look absolutely super. Beautiful scene, isn't it? English countryside. Heaven, really. Three big graves here. And here again we've got two buildings. This main one here, and this seems to be an extension here. This is rendered and that one is half rendered. Difficult to tell whether the small one was first or this one, but where's the tower? Have a look here. Ah, this is the tower on this. Now this looks all like it's a new wall, been repaired or what have you. Tower is on this part, so that over there looks like an extension. And this is a vast churchyard. Look, and we've come at probably a good time because I think this grass has been cut fairly recently and it looked as if it was long. It's all clumped up now. And here we've got an old bench which we'll have a sit down and have a look at the view in loving memory of Harry Simpson, 1919-1991. Look at that. That's a lovely, clean looking church. Clean lines, look. No spires or no flagpoles. No obvious repair work on that tower. Lovely windows there. And of course from here you can't see the extension on the other side. So it's obviously bigger inside than what it looks from this angle. And then we look down this way and you see that the church is actually on a high point, and the land rolls down gently into a small valley there. It's a lovely, lovely view over there. There doesn't seem to be any main roads here, and we're away from all the traffic, so all we can hear, apart from my voice, is all the birds singing. So we'll have a look round and see what the church looks like from the other side of the tower. Here we've got a view of the church with a little row of headstones that are all falling over, and a fabulous porch, look. Of course, got some bins there, wheelie bins. This lovely, magnificent cross, so large. You stand here with the tower to our right and just cast your eyes over these headstones. That one there's all at the top broken off, presumably it would have been a cross on there. Just a lovely view again of this countryside, which is so peaceful. Delightfully so, actually. Beautiful headstones here. Quite a job actually cutting all this grass. The sun's coming out now. Oh look, just as I'm looking at this church again, the sun's coming out full brightness and lighting this church up. And that porch is glorious. It's just absolutely glorious. It's so unusual being brick against all that flint, though the flint has all been repaired or renewed at some point, but the design and work on that arch is fabulous. I really love that. So we're standing here on the edge of the churchyard, and there's quite a drop at this point to the fields below, and you just get a picture here of how beautiful this countryside is. Beautiful part of Suffolk. And here we've got a large grave, and it says here lieth the body of Martha, the wife of John Alston, of this parish, who died in 1728. And the body of Sarah, the wife of Sam Alston, of this parish, who died 1732, by the look of it, or 32. Another one. A lot of people here. It's very worn. It's old. If we turn, see, oh, it's wonderful. Look at that. Magnificent tower. Little spigots coming out from the drainage, the side there. And then there's a window and the belfry and little slit here, and this big window here which will be behind the altar. And that lovely decoration at ground level is a little dado. In fact, that's beautiful flint. Absolutely lovely. I just love that. Here at the side of the church we've got another grave and a cross on the ground that looks very old. You know, we suspect it was almost buried in the grass before they cut it recently. There's the horses in the field, look. An old tin shed, look. It's pretty old in itself. Then we swing round here and I'll get a lovely view of the church with the sun coming at it from the side. That's lovely, isn't it? See the difference in the flint and the flint that's there. These buildings would have been made, I guess, to be rendered. I don't know, but that extension is obviously newer to the main building. And those windows, I suspect, were probably put in Victorian times. But there again, I could be totally wrong. They could be much older, but they don't look it. And then there's a lovely old wooden door that's been painted. You don't see too many painted doors here in these churches, but look how old all that looks around there, how weathered. I guess all that was originally rendered. That's very old, isn't it? The wear and weather there and those stones at the entrance. This whole building is extremely weathered. But as I say, those windows don't look very old. Not in relation to the rest of the building. There's an area here that's beautiful. Oh, look at this setting. There's another lantern there. And these horses there, look. Tails swishing around. These beautiful headstones. And there's an area here that's been left. A few headstones sort of growing out of them. Little window there. This looks like yet another extension on the back of this extension. I'm always hoping that someone who watches these videos will get in contact or make a comment that explains all the aspects of the building of this I have no idea of, because I'm just guessing from what I see. Lovely, look. You can hear insects buzzing around and the sunlight shining. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Look. I think we should have a look inside this church. So we find ourselves back at this little porch here, which is brick. And really interesting. I don't know when this was built. I guess you have to say it was probably Victorian. It's really different. I've not seen a brick one around here again. Like this. There's obviously a little space at the back there, a little cupboard for things. Got a brick floor. Let's step into this. And then we've got some notices and things here. There's the rector. And the church. This church is recorded in Domesday and was rebuilt in the 14th century on an Anglo-Saxon site using much local Roman material. It was restored internally between 1870 and 1880 by G.F. Bodley. The tower, roof, and peal of 6 bells were restored between 1980, that's not so long ago, in 1990, with the help of Morden College and English Heritage. The organ was originally built by Father Smith in 1670. Gosh. Morden College, St Edmundsbury and Ipswich. These are service times are opposite. That's about the college. And it says the parish church of St. Mary the Virgin, Edwardstone. Oh, look at the ceiling, look at the laths on the ceiling. Now those are laths. This would have been a plastered ceiling, plastered over the laths. But the plaster is obviously cracked and falling away, so they've taken it all away and just left the wooden laths underneath. It's unusual, I've never seen the ceiling left like that before. Now here we've got a bird netting sort of affair, if we can get into this church. Well, I have to say this is beautiful. Take this in, this is quite impressive. First thing we have to point out, of course, is this rocking horse. We should walk down here and have a look. Got an old stone floor. Oh, it's beautiful in here. Look at that, look at the chandelier, look. Now this is the part that's in line with the tower. So this is the tower. And there's the bell pulls. So the area under here for children. Isn't that nice? A big wooden dado going round. Steps that go up. Lovely bell pulls. Get very tempted to pull one sometimes. So we stand here, we're underneath the tower now, and we're looking down to the altar. We can see to the left of us the extension, which is full of windows all the way down and giving so much light to this church, and the sun streaming in on the right. There's 2 aisles. Oh, glorious. Wonderful space. It's just, this has a feeling of a bigger space than it really is, I think. I don't know. When we look up at the ceiling, we've got these supports across here. And that's something we don't see too much. Beautiful slender arches, very delicate. And this area here with the font. Oh, look, there's flowers. Beautiful dome on top. And of course the wooden dado all the way around with benches. 2 beautiful windows. Plain glass. That's why it's so well lit here. And this little chair fitting in just there, isn't it lovely? Something under there. Look at that font. Sort of stone or marble, granite base with columns, and then this old stone here. This beautiful wooden shape. That's all. I won't touch it, but that's all painted. Hand painted. Gilded by the look of it. These are on hinges, they would come out. Curtain there where there's the door that goes to the outside. And that's a memorial to somebody up above. Got a wooden ceiling here with plastered inserts as it is over there. So there'll be lath and plaster between the beams. Got the chandeliers all hanging down, which would have been candles. The lovely candle lights that they've put on. This looks as if it's a memorial to the war. So we'll walk slowly down this aisle for the stone floor, and the pews are all up on wooden decking, as it were. More memorials at the side. The windows here are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. They're that delicate tinted glass which lets in such lovely light. Just so romantic, really. And I'm sort of a bit overwhelmed by the organ, which is framed by this big arch that it's set back behind. Another beautiful memorial there, and I'd also point out how lovely they've done the plastering of the walls and leaving these fabulous shapes on the edges of the stonework here. That's really lovely. Look, it ends up there, and it's the lovely shapes, so attractive. They're all the same, look. And there. But a family tree that starts in 1508. And then directly in front of it is this big brass on the floor. Isn't that fabulous? People used to go around the churches and do brass rubbings. I haven't met anyone yet, but presumably that's had many people do that. And then look in front of this organ. Fantastic organ, look at that. Just look at that organ. That's so attractive as well, look. I wonder where that came from. There's probably some history behind that organ. It's very theatrical looking. Maybe it came from a theatre, perhaps. It doesn't look very church-like, really. I don't mean that critically, because it's fabulous. Got a plain window to the side with a ledge had a slope. It's very odd, isn't it? Next to the window is a memorial and a plaque to a gentleman called Brand, which is obviously somebody important in the area. That beautiful coat of arms at the top. We've got some graves. It's the body of Mary Seymour, daughter of Joseph Brand. So this is all to do with the Brands. This was 1714. This. 1740. 92 years. And here, look down this aisle and see how beautiful this church is. Very tidy, very neat. The memorials running down the side. We'll step down onto this stone floor again. Have a look. Another one of these beautiful flower arrangements, which we congratulate the person that did it. Oh, lovely, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Look at the pulpit. It's up on this column and all that carved wood and the canopy. That's fabulous. Oh, look. What a view of the church from up here. Beautiful painting there. Stained glass window to my left here, look. What a remarkably beautiful church. Just noticed here, look, we've got these. And here we've got a little note that tells you what they are. Then we go up these steps here towards the altar. Can't help but be impressed by this chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Look, isn't that wonderful? And the ceiling, just look at that. All that wood has been painted and gilded. Absolutely a work of art. Walk just slowly up here. The organ to our left. Small stained glass window there, that side. That's lovely. It's a charming little window. We step up again to this area where the altar is. It's all carpeted. Two memorials on this side. Little door there. This beautiful chair. Is that lovely? Look at the decoration here. Step up again. Look at this. It's wonderful, isn't it? Truly wonderful, and it's sitting right in front of this fabulous stained glass window, which is a sort of, it's got very strong blues and reds, but there's a light green and yellowy feel of light coming through it. It's fabulous, and the arch that is set in is just wonderful. They've done the walls so well. The patina, the little patterny feel on that wall is just lovely. Behind, which are painted, are wonderful as well. Gilding on them. Another memorial there. Here at the altar and look down this aisle. Just see how magnificent this church is. I think we have to call it magnificent because that's what it is. I'm not saying too much because I think the church says it all. Obvious to anyone how beautiful this church is. Black and white checkered effect here. Walk back down again. Go down 3 stairs here to the main part and walk down the aisle. Chandeliers above our head and lovely scenery. So we've got 1, 2 stained glass windows, letting in all the light. We've got another one of these pieces up there above the door. Truly wonderful. So we'll go. Make sure that's good. The sun is still shining. It's quite bright out here now. Oh, lovely, it's a glorious day. Birds are singing. The sun is shining. I walk back down the gravel path. Oh look, there's another one of these headstones with the cherubs on them. I just love these. That was the church of St Mary the Virgin in Edwardstone, and it was an interesting visit. And I have to say that, and it's probably the only time I ever will say it, it's the only church I've ever been into when you open the door and you're greeted by a rocking horse. Absolutely amazing. Great.